What if I told you that people reveal everything, even when they say nothing? Their tone, their posture, their hesitations, all betray what they try to hide. And if you don't know how to read it, you'll be manipulated, lied to, used, without even realizing it. But Nietzsche knew the truth. He didn't just analyze what people said. He listened to the instinct beneath the sentence, the desire behind the lie, the animal beneath the suit. Here are 15 of Nietzsche's most brutal psychological truths. Truths that allow you to read people instantly and see through their masks. People wear morality like camouflage. Morality is the herd instinct in the individual. People rarely act out of true conviction. They conform. What they call morality is often fear. Fear of judgment, of exclusion, of punishment. The more someone loudly promotes their virtue, the more likely they're hiding the opposite. Why do the most righteous public figures so often fall in scandal? Because morality becomes a mask, not a mirror. To read someone, don't listen to their words. Watch their contradictions. People don't want truth, they want safety. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. People fight truth harder than they fight oppression, because truth threatens their fragile reality. They'll twist logic, deny facts, and even break relationships, all to protect a comforting lie. Why do cults thrive? Because certainty is more seductive than truth. Watch how people respond when truth is inconvenient. It reveals what they really worship. Their laughter hides wounds. Invisible threads are the strongest ties. The class clown, the constant entertainer, they're often bleeding inside. Psychologists call this smiling depression. They keep others laughing so no one ever hears their scream. If someone is always performing, never resting, never vulnerable, it's not joy, it's survival. When people act superior, they feel inferior. Whoever exalts himself wants to be humiliated. Arrogance is a disguise for shame. Research shows that narcissistic behavior spikes when people feel threatened. Loud dominance, usually a shield for deep insecurity. Real confidence doesn't need to broadcast itself. So when someone constantly brags, interrupts, or dominates, they're trying to drown the voice of inner doubt. The need to be liked is a weakness predators smell. He who cannot put his thoughts on ice should not enter into the heat of dispute. People pleasers are prey in a world of manipulators. If your self-worth depends on external approval, you are easy to control. Bullies, narcissists, and con artists all target those who need to be liked. The moment you detach your value from others' reactions, you become unreadable and untouchable. Learn to pause, observe, say nothing. Power isn't volume, it's restraint. Stillness is power. In a world addicted to reaction, silence becomes dominance. People fear stillness because it forces them to confront themselves. Stillness makes others uncomfortable, and in that discomfort, they reveal their fears. The person who can remain calm, say little, and listen deeply controls the energy of every room. Want to know who's truly in control? It's the one who doesn't flinch, doesn't explain, doesn't rush. The more someone talks, the more they leak. Every word is a breadcrumb. People unknowingly reveal their pain, fears, dreams, and desires through the stories they repeat. Psychologists call this verbal leakage. Let them speak long enough, and their secrets will slip out disguised as jokes, opinions, or rants. Silence is your superpower. Use it to create space, and their mind will fill it with truth they didn't mean to share. The unconscious always speaks first. The body never lies. You can fake a smile, but not your micro-expressions. Before we speak, our body leaks emotion. A flinch, a blink, a pause, a subtle tightening of the lips. Trained interrogators read these like open books. So can you. Don't just listen. Watch. The truth is often spoken in the milliseconds before the words arrive. People reveal themselves in who they envy. In individuals, insanity is rare. In groups, it is the rule. Envy is a spotlight on hidden desire. We don't envy what we hate. We envy what we secretly wish we could become. If someone constantly criticizes the confident, the wealthy, the free, they're showing you what they believe they'll never have. Envy doesn't lie. It's one of the rawest confessions the ego can't hide. Most people hate what they don't understand. The mind protects its identity by rejecting unfamiliar ideas. This is called cognitive dissonance. People will label others weird, wrong, dangerous, not because they are, but because they make them feel uncertain. When someone hates a person or concept too quickly, you've found their emotional ceiling. What triggers them defines them. Flattery is manipulation. Constant praise is rarely pure. It's a transaction, a trap. Those who flatter excessively are often preparing to extract something: trust, time, influence. Genuine admiration is specific and rare. Fake admiration is excessive and vague. Watch who showers you with compliments. They may be laying a leash. People love to obey, but hate to admit it. Nietzsche saw the truth beneath society. Most people crave certainty, leadership, and purpose, more than freedom. Why do dictators rise? Why do people follow outrageous ideologies? Because obedience relieves them of responsibility. Give them a clear enemy and a charismatic voice, and they'll follow anyone, even into hell. When someone plays the victim too often, they're often hiding their inner tyrant. Beware that, when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. There's a difference between pain and performance. Some people use victimhood as a weapon. They gain power by appearing powerless, and guilt-tripping others into submission. Watch how they behave when they're not being watched. If their weakness comes with control, it's not weakness. It's a strategy. They'll betray you if it benefits their identity. Loyalty ends where ego begins. If staying loyal to you threatens someone's reputation, status, or self-image, they'll leave you to protect their reflection. The test is simple. How do they treat you when no one else is watching? That's the real face. Words are easy. Loyalty is proven in the dark. You can only read people once you've read yourself. Become who you are. The reason most people can't see through others is because they're still blind to themselves. Your wounds create projections. Your ego edits what you're willing to see. Until you face your shadow, your need to be liked, your fear of rejection, your hunger for control, you'll confuse your trauma with your intuition. The mirror must be turned inward first, because the clearest eyes belong to those who have survived their own darkness. Final truth. You don't need psychic powers to read people. You need stillness, observation, and the courage to see without filters. People are transparent, but only to those who've stopped lying to themselves. And Nietzsche's gift wasn't just philosophy, it was vision. These truths don't just let you read people. They protect you from betrayal. They shield you from manipulation. They awaken your ability to walk into any room and see exactly who's pretending, who's afraid, who's hiding, and who is real. Because in a world full of masks, the person who sees clearly is feared, respected, and never forgotten.